Hello and welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, the market has been crushed. There's a lot of problem with the markets right now with this interest rate, inflation, and Fed is gonna again indicated that the rates are gonna spike up a little bit more than what they were thinking, and a lot of fear mongering in the economy right now, in the market right now, and people have sold out a lot of good stocks because the fear that eventually everything is gonna drop. But at the end of the day, that's what is happening with the market. But we want to be able to find stocks that will still be able to make money on and be able to go about our business. So the stock that actually took off today we're talking about is Advent. ADN is the ticker for this. And I'm going to do some analysis on the stock and show you guys this is a strong indicator the stock is doing good. And I'm going to talk about the catalyst that came out for the stock, and I'm going to go through the different indicators on the stock and also their balance sheet, cash flow, just to cover everything, just to make sure that if you're looking at a stock, at least you have some idea what's going on in the back end, right? So if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. I make video every day. The objective here is to find light in this darkness to be able to get stocks that we can invest in and be able to make money at all times, right? So let's talk about that. So Advent it's a company that makes the fuel cells that convert hydrogen into other renewable fuel electricity. So as you know, every company is trying to get into this more fuel efficient and electrical vehicle situation, and this is the company that does one of the component for that, right? So they announced they actually did announce today that they got in partners with Hyundai. This is a big brand in America. Now everybody, it's competing literally with Toyota and other cars right now. This used to be a brand that people used to stay away from, but in 2022, Hyundai it's made its presence. People know about the car. You see a lot of cars on the road. So, and they're partners with this company, means that the company is going to have a lot of business to them. As far as the company itself is concerned, the stock went up 75% today, and the market cap of the company is 181 million. The EPS is currently at this point was negative 0.45, which means they're not extremely profitable. On an average, the stocks that are shared for this is around 801, but today they had done 136 million. That's 801,000. So let's look at their balance sheet. Everything is by 1,000, which means that you got to times everything with 1,000. So 163 million for the 2021. For the total asset, the liability is only 32 million, and they're well above on their equity, which is 130 million, which means that the balance sheet looks really good. Not a dying company. As far as the cash flow is concerned, their operating expense is 35 million, negative 35 million, which means their operations is not very successful right now. Their expenses are negative 25 million. So they did raise the money through these stocks, bonds, and everything, warrants. They raised about 141 million. So they're sitting on that about end position is 79 million. So they do have about 79 million in their cash as to cover whatever expenses they want to cover. As far as the free cash flow is concerned, which is free of any debt, they don't have any. They're literally negative 41 on that, but that's fine. Balance sheet looks good. As for the short interest is concerned, that's kind of part that I got concerned a little bit, where you do have about 20% short interest on the stock, which means that people are betting against the stock, and you will probably see some spikes on the stock to drive the price up and eventually sell it when it goes down. So they do have about 7.7 days to cover that. And the analysts are thinking that this is a strong buy. They think the average price should be $11.20. And, this is what analysts usually, these are not, it's only one company. They have an analyst that did the analysis. So I wouldn't really hold them to the point where, you pretty much go ahead and invest everything in the stock. But we'll look at the indicators and see where the stock is moving, right? The stock was down here on April 5th. Today, the stock just took off, went all the way up to $3.98. And then it started declining a little bit. But if you see here, right now, it is market is closed and the stock is hovering around 23. It went down to 38.2% on a Fibonacci retracement, which means that there's a support here that it bounced back off of, went to 23.60, and then it's just hovering around and consolidating between this point. Let's say if it happens to go up tomorrow, and this is a strong indicator that exponential moving average is telling me the stock is still rising. RSI, which is a relative strength index, is also saying the stock is still on an upward trend, because it is above 70 right now as well. on a 30-minute window, and the MACD is also above the signal line, which all indicates the stock is definitely still on an upward direction. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is something that I'm just giving you all the facts, and you can make your own decision on that, right? So let's say if it happens to go up, if it happens to go up, the next resistance I had was, let me see if I think I did draw the resistance. So the next resistance is going to be, let's say if it crosses this point, you literally have, $8.70 at that point, right? Because there's nothing here that is stopping. There's no limit orders kicking in. There's nothing kicking in here that is stopping the stock to not go higher than that, right? So if it started going up, and you could potentially see a good $8 right there if it started going up after it crosses that resistance. So let me go back to what the resistance is. The resistance that I'm looking at right now for 30-minute chart, it's around $3.90. This is where it made the new resistance. Okay, if it crosses that, then you could potentially see in upcoming days that the stock can potentially go to that $8. However, there's always a possibility of, because of the market situation, there's always a possibility in the short interest being high. There's always a possibility the stock might drop, and which this is also a very true scenario, that if it started dropping and it drops at 38.2%, which is $3.39, if it drops that, it's going to go down to $3. If it drops the $3 mark, it's going to literally go down to back to $2 or so. So again, very interesting stock. I just want to give you this quick indicator that as far as this right now, as of today, right now, the stock indicating that stock is going to rise. However, because of the short interest being 15%, I would not be surprised that this was one of the additional boosts that, because of the catalyst, this short interest, short people that are short squeezing this thing, got a good indicator that, okay, let's fool the people, buy the stock, bring it all the way up, and start selling it. So just be careful, but good stock. The partnership looks very solid. I mean, if they do go ahead and work with the Hyundai, I think Hyundai is not a small company either. So just keep an eye out, keep it on your watch list. I did add it to my watch list, so I'm going to see how this does tomorrow. And if it started going up, I think this could be a potential, again, not a financial advice, but this could be a potential buy, I think. So this was my quick video. Hope you like this video. I like to keep it quick and give you all the facts quickly as possible. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section, and I'll answer them. And I'll see you guys in the next video. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. It keeps me motivated to bring all these videos to you also. Thank you.